Do you know, I think I might be ready to present to you my top 100 albums of the millennium. Now, I don't want to call it the noughties because I think it's stupid, and I always have thought it was stupid. And I keep calling it the 2000s, but I don't think that's a real word. So I'm going to say of the millennium from 2000 through 2009, because we've done 2010, we've done 1990. This list has been really, really difficult and taxing and stressful to put together because there are loads of albums that I love at this time. There's really great pop music, dance music. I even like some rock music from this time. Forgive me. And yeah, so I think it's fair to just go through and just show a few of the ones that didn't make the cut. Not because I don't think they're great, just because again, the number 100 is quite limiting to 100 items. So Britney, Oops I Did It Again, didn't make it. LCD Sound System, Sound of Silver, didn't make it. Natalie Imbruglia, Come to Life and White Lily's Island both got bumped. I mean, these things got bumped in the week when I'm looking at what, you know, which ones can go in, and I keep thinking, it's been really difficult. Tori Amos, Abnormally Attracted to Sin, and The Beekeeper, and I'm a huge Tori Amos fan, not in the top 100. All Saints, Studio One, and Saints and Sinners, despite containing some of the greatest pop songs ever made, as does Sound of the Underground by Girls Aloud, Tyrannosaurus Hives by The Hive, Goldfrapp, Black Cherry, Jamelia, Walk With Me, don't laugh, I like Jamelia, Panic Prevention by Jamie T, Sam Sparro's album, The Go Team, Thunder Lightning Strike, Prodigy, Always Outnumbered, Never Outgunned. That one is just in the wrong pile. And this one, Fiona Apple, When the Pawn Hits the Conflicts, It Thinks Like a King. Oh, I can't read that. The very, very long title. Should we go for it? Yeah, I need reading glasses. When the pawn hits the conflict, he thinks like a king. Jesus. What he knows throws the blows when he goes to the fight, and he'll win the whole thing for he enters the ring. There's nobody to... I can't be bothered. It's a very long album title, and I just thought if it is in there, it's going to take up loads of space. Taking off my reading glasses. £1 from Poundland. Good, eh? Right, so but these albums, from this point onwards, they did make the top 100. Starting with 100. Basement Jaxx, Rooty. I always thought, is the gorilla called Rooty? Is that his name? Is he a famous gorilla? I'll never get the answer to those questions. Singles off this were Romeo, Just One Kiss, Get Me Off, Where's Your Head At, of course, Do Your Thing, and my favourite one off this one is Romeo, because of it's a great song. Kelly LaRock's vocal is great, and the dancing in the video, I am all over it. 99, Groove Armada, Goodbye Country, Hello Nightclub. It's like, goodbye country, oh hello nightclub, ah, like it's a cat. Singles off this are Super Styling, My Friend. Was there another one? I think Little by Little was a single. I might be wrong. Doesn't really matter. My favourite track off this one is Super Styling because it is a banger. 98, Lady Gaga, The Fame. When this album came out, I was like, yeah, she's not going to do very much, is she? She's just copying other people's styles. She's trying to be Grace Jones, she's trying to be Roisin Murphy, and it turned out she's quite good after all. Singles off this were Just Dance. I can see the words in my head, they won't come out. Just Dance, Poker Face, Love Game, Paparazzi, and AA, There's Nothing Else I Can Say, which I think is a great song. But it wasn't like a single in this country, and my favourite one of this one is Paparazzi. I think it's a great pop song. 99, 98, 97. Janet Jackson, Discipline. Janet here on the front of this cover has just done the ice bucket challenge, and she is freezing cold. Oh no, that's the where she's biting her nails on the back. As with all Janet albums, it's really good pop, really sassy, and it embarrasses you slightly because she's a little bit filthy. At the moment, it looks like my head is an egg inside a Janet Jackson themed egg cup. You're welcome. Feedback, Rock With You, and Love was a promo single as well, but my favourite off that one is Rock With You. 96, favourite album of the decade is Danny Minogue Club Disco. Some people say it's a compilation, some people say it's a real album, but it's got loads of really good songs on it, so I am counting this within my countdown. And we had Touch Me Like That, You Won't Forget About Me, Perfection, So Under Pressure, He's the Greatest Dancer was a single, and I think either Sunrise or I Can't Sleep at Night were also singles, but I personally think Love Fight should have been a single because I think that's a great song. My favourite of this one is You Won't Forget About Me, and I love the video where she moves around and goes if you've not seen the video, you're not going to know what I'm talking about. 95, 94, 93, 92, 91. 95th favourite album of the Millennium Decade, as I will call it, is The Hives. The black and white album, which features Tick Tick Boom. And also another single was THEHIVES. THEHIVES. And that's how it gets sung, and it's a really good, like, Blondie-esque pop rock song. But Tick Tick Boom is an amazing song to listen to and to sing on karaoke, which I'm not going to do because I'm sure it'll sound terrible. I don't know if there were any more singles off this, but it is a rousing album. Not arousing, it is a rousing album. 94, also The Hives. Now, yeah, this is actually a compilation album, and I didn't know this. Oh, it has MPEG videos for these songs as well on here. I didn't know this when I bought it. I thought this was the album, learned later on, and I've never actually bought the other two albums, and I probably should. But Hate to Say I Told You So came out, and I ran out and thought, they are my new favourite band. Yeah, that way around. Your new favourite band. Main Offender, Die Alright were also released as singles. I think AKAIDIOT was also a single, but probably not released in this country. And Hate to Say I Told You So is a tune, and that would be my pick for that album. Not in the same vein as The Hives, we have Britney Spears, Britney. I always think it looks a little bit weird, like she's got some kind of like saggy scrotum thing going on this picture, which I'm sure nobody noticed when discussing the art to use, but now I can't unsee it. I'm a Slave for You, Overprotected, I Love Rock and Roll, Boys were the singles of this. Oh, and I'm Not a Girl, Not Yes a Woman, which is genuinely one of the most terrible song titles ever created, but my favourite of those for a single or whatever is I'm a Slave for You. It was her awakening. 92, Groove Armada, Love Box. So good they named a festival after it, or maybe the festival came first and they then released the album named after that. I didn't check the fact, I just said it. And singles off this were Easy, Madder, Purple Haze. I don't really like Purple Haze. And I want to say Final Shakedown, but I don't know for sure. I'm just going to say it anyway. You don't know. My favourite track off this one is Easy, because it is one of the greatest dance records ever made. It has the most amazing thundering dun, 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 piano thing going on. And seeing that performed live is fantastic, and if they don't perform it live at Blue Dot, I'm going to be very, very disappointed. Which leads us to 91. Siobhan Donaghy, Ghosts. Now, if you've heard this album, you know it's amazing. If you've not heard this album, you've been letting people down since this came out, because this should have been a huge hit, as should her other album, but more on that maybe some other time in this countdown. The singles were Don't Give It Up, So You Say, and then I think they were going to release Medivac as a single, but they didn't. They actually did give it up. But you don't tend to listen to this album to listen to individual tracks. You tend to listen to this album as a whole. And she did marvellous. And she doesn't get the not spanking, I meant to say spanking round of applause, but she doesn't get a spanking either. I'm going to stop that now. Don't Give It Up is my favourite track of this album. And that would be 100 through to 91, and we have started this journey together. Stay with me as we count down to what you probably inevitably guessed is my favourite album of the whole decade.